Managerless Chelsea will be in action on Sunday against Leeds United in FA Cup semi-final clash. This is not just a semi-final clash of the FA Cup, it's a final before final. And as such, it's one of the most important games for Chelsea this season. So it's quite so unfortunate that we are going into this particular encounter in such a precarious situation. Where just a couple of days ago, the first team manager, talking about Liam Rosenio, was sacked, and an interim manager was appointed in person of Callum McFarlane. Chelsea are going into this game knowing fully well how crucial and important this game is, and it's everything to play for this season. This game can went as far as redefining Chelsea's season. There is no doubt we have had a very terrible season going forward, and currently it looked quite impossible or very impossible for Chelsea to make it to the UEFA Champions League next season from the Premier League standing. Currently, Chelsea are 8th in the Premier League standing, and with 4 matches left to play, it looked quite impossible. So going into this FA Cup quarter-final tie, Chelsea stand a chance of still making a place in Europe next season if Chelsea went on to win the FA Cup. But it begins with this semi-final clash against Leeds United at Wembley on Sunday. I mean, meeting between Chelsea and Leeds United has always been a war. It has always been a battle between Chelsea and Leeds United. The last time Chelsea and Leeds United met at Wembley was in the 1970 FA Cup final. Historically, it was one of the most fierce and physical FA Cup final in the history of the competition. The first leg of that FA Cup final was played April 11, 1970 at Wembley, and it ended Chelsea 2, Leeds United 2. The physical nature of that particular encounter was quite alarming. The replay of that FA Cup final was on the 29th of April 1970 at Old Trafford. And in the replay, Chelsea defeated Leeds United by 2-1. And ever since then, it has been a very strong rivalry between Leeds United versus Chelsea. In fact, whenever Leeds United come head-to-head with Chelsea, they are always bitter as if they are going for a war front. Back in the days, the FA Cup final was not decided via penalty shootout, as there was no penalty rule as at 1970. So any final game always end up in a replay. So the penalty shootout rule after extra time came into existence in 1993. So as at that time, over 2 legs, Chelsea, when the first leg ended draw after extra time, the second leg, Chelsea defeated Leeds United in the final to be crowned champion of the FA Cup final of the FA Cup in 1970. The rivalry grew up between Leeds United and Chelsea. In the early 70s, down to late 90s, or down to early 90s, Leeds United has always been a thorn on the flesh of Chelsea Football Club, as they were having the edge. Then in the first division, they have the edge over Chelsea, defeating Chelsea home and away in major competitions. But in recent years, Chelsea have actually turned the twist around and begin to get the edge over Leeds United. The history goes on because it has always been a battle between Chelsea versus Leeds United. And so on Sunday, that memory will reignite again as Chelsea go head-to-head against Leeds United. But Chelsea currently is definitely in the mud. Chelsea is not looking like that team that are even ready to face up, to take on any team currently in a major competition. But I want to urge the players, because it's down to the players now. This is an opportunity for you to rewrite your name in the history book of FA Cup and in the history book of Chelsea Football Club. A lot have actually gone down in the club. We know we are in a season where administrative-wise things is not right in the club. We are in a season where managerial-wise Chelsea is in crisis. But I want to urge the players, go into this game and see if it is the final, and ensure you grab the ticket for the final to take on either Manchester City or Southampton. So coming into this particular encounter, Callum McFarlane have not actually had his press conference as at the time I'm actually recording this video. But reports have it that João Pedro was back in training, and it will quite be good to definitely have João Pedro going into this particular encounter. Romeo Ladva is fit. We saw him in the last game, and I believe Kupama will be available. The only missing player going into this game, or still missing, might just be Reece James, the team captain, Levi Colwill that have been out injured, and and also Jimmy Gittins, who have also been out injured with hamstring injury. Going into this particular encounter, Chelsea have been in a very terrible form. As our previous 8 games, Chelsea have lost 7 and have only won 1. In fact, that win, I always fail to count it as a win because it was a win against Port Vale where we defeated Port Vale by 7 goals to nothing in the quarterfinal of the FA Cup. But that win is what have actually landed us in this semi-final clash. The last 5 games Chelsea Football Club have engaged, Chelsea in the Premier League, Chelsea have lost all 5, scoring 0 goals, breaking a long-standing record even before Third World War in 1912. Leeds United are coming into this game unbeaten in their last 7 games. In fact, in their last Premier League game, they fought hard to end a 2-2 draw against Bournemouth at the Vitality Stadium. So it's definitely going to be a tough clash between Chelsea versus Leeds United on Sunday at Wembley. And it is up to the player to rise to the occasion and represent this very badge we are known for, because this is our identity. This is what we are known for. We can't just let the season slip this way. We have been in a mess, but this is the time to rewrite the wrong. This is the time for the players to write their name in the history book of Chelsea Football Club. And I strongly believe, going into Sunday game, Chelsea have been in a poor run of form, but I think Chelsea have everything going for them into this particular encounter. We have the players that can turn these things around. The likes of Pedro Neto, Joao Pedro, Cole Palmer, Estavo William also is out injured going into this particular clash. Enzo Fernandez, Moses Caicedo. I mean, you guys should put up your A cap and come out into this game. Make us proud. Make we the fans proud. Forget about the doings or the shady things that is going on in the club with the Blue Coat ownership. What we stand for is what we represent. And this badge is our identity. We don't care about Clear Lake. We don't care about what they do. What we care about is Chelsea Football Club. Clear Lake will come and go. Someday they will leave. But what remains, Chelsea Football Clubs remain. And that is what we stand for. So, going into this game, I want to urge all the players, the fans also, to be behind the team for us to be able to get the win against Leeds United. It's a crucial game, and indeed, historical one at that. We are going into this game with Callum McFarlane as an interim manager. I just want to believe, once he decides to make the right selection, leave the rest for the players. And I think the players will definitely get the job done. So my prediction for this game, I see Chelsea defeating Leeds United by 2-1. What do you make of this semi-final clash between Chelsea versus Leeds United? And what will be your prediction? Let me get your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching. I'm back.